And the stream should be back on. Hello and welcome back. This should be the final part to episode 1 of The Great Ace Attorney. Hopefully everything is good. I'm not getting good frames per second from the 3DS capturing software, but we'll see how it goes for here on. Loading. Lobby, same as before. Hello, Aidu. Welcome, Sig. We're back at it again. Attorneying. Well done, Naruhodo. That was fantastic. Why, thank you. I don't even feel like I'm still alive. Still, I can't believe it. Just look at you. Flushed in sweat, legs trembling. Okay, we get it. Especially the eyes wandering part. I think you might actually be well suited for this line of work. They don't call us the Great Ace Attorney for nothing, though. In any case, we finally dragged her out, the Phantom Woman, the Phantom Menace. Naruto Jr. indeed is our good old pal Asugi. Lady Giselle Brett, an exchange student from the Great British Empire. Yes, that was the last suspect we got from the past episode. At the time of the incident, Professor Watson wasn't alone. A young woman was with him. Oh dear. Wait, the stream quality. Well, it seems to be holding up a bit. I did say that. One thing I do have confidence in is my own observational skills. Are you telling me that you didn't see any of that happen? Well, he was nervous at the time. I think it would be understandable. I mean, he had all of his eyes on the gun. Yeah, the pistol. Oh, wait a second. Back. He grabbed a hold of me and forcefully led me into the kitchen's back room, yeah. Ah, is it the same old man from before? Yeah, the father of Mikotoba, Mr. Sasato. No, the father of Sasato, Mr. Mikotoba, yeah, sorry, got the surname and the first name mixed up. Well, you anticipated for Asogi to be sent to have to receive a punishment, but oh well. Removing me, the initial attorney, from the trial was all part of your plan. This country is still young. Its laws are even younger. That is why there is worth in sending idealistic youths across the ocean as exchange students. Yeah, he's prioritizing Asogi's exchange program for our case, which is a bit sad, but hey. I did not want your exchange trip to be suspended, so I intervened. But even so, yeah. If I cannot save them, I will resign from the exchange trip myself. Harsh. Don't look at us, now that puts more pressure. Yes, you, sir. Oh, well, they are both professors. Maybe they both were teachers at the same school, I'd imagine. Yes, I was. The one who formally invited the late John H. Watson to teach here as a professor was none other than me. Also, they were acquaintances even before they were both teachers. Whatever the case may be, this is going to be a showdown. The murder victim was a professor from Britain, one whose name holds much weight, you're telling me, bub. Our government wishes to convict a criminal as soon as time permits. Adding to that headache, the opponent we're about to face is someone the Imperial Police did their best to hide. It's not the first time in Ace Attorney that I hear a student of a university kill somebody in the grounds. I hope it's not related. Oh, gasp. I imagine the prosecution will corner you by twisting all those influences in their favor. Of course they will. If they're up against the two of you, it will be a fight to the bitter end. Apparently the chat is going bonkers with the precious. Scary stuff. Oh yes, that reminds me. I would like you to return to the university immediately. What, you're not even going to present us your daughter? We may need some insurance. Tashiko marimashita, I will return at once. Kazuma, I wish you luck. What do you mean assurance? Defendant, recess is about to end. Oh god, here we go again. Alex Zig killed me, says I do. Well, I do. As you know, I'm not yet a level 17 mage, so I can't cast the spell, resuscitate? What do you call it? I can't heal you. What do you mean about precious? Oh my. It's time I encounter. Yes, let's go in. I guess you could with that katana you got there. Yeah, friendship. That's nice. Too bad friendship doesn't save people. Well, I mean, it can, no, I mean, friendship doesn't win court trials. If I'm ultimately declared guilty in this trial, Asogi really will step down from the exchange trip. Oh dear. Making promises so soon, that's a bit fishy. Doesn't usually bode well when you do that in movies or... Oh wait. Yeah, the Supreme Court. I'm guessing it's still filled to the brim with military officials and... Oh. The court will now resume the trial of Runosuke. Yes, that would be us. Oh god, not Aochi again. The summons was somehow successful. Currently, due to a certain obnoxious youngster, the government is escorting her to the court. Well, sorry. The government is simply doing its job by escorting her. I fail to see the problem. Yes, as you should. The problem is that, thanks to this uproar, our relationship with Britain has likely worsened. It was already pretty bad when Watson was killed, I'd imagine. I can't imagine you'll be able to salvage this little disaster after violating our treaty. I'm very sorry. A treaty formed with an easily angered empire isn't worth the paper it's written on. I still fail to see the problem. A secret trial, foreigners intervening in judicial matters, overlooking of an important witness. We pay lip service by calling that justice. Which empire does this court really belong to? You children understand nothing. Our empire is in a precarious position, I'll have you know. The empire can only become as strong as its allies. Such political gambles are necessary. Broadening our horizons to Britain and beyond will forge the future of our empire. Oh, not the eyes again. We really are nervous, aren't we? Oh dear, the chat has gone back to its shipping evil ways. I'll admit that I may be an amateur student with bad study habits. Oh, you do have bad... Oh, that's so sorry. Sorry to hear that. Standing here in the Supreme Court, I can feel the truth of Asogi's words. An empire without justice couldn't possibly have a future. That's what I think. Ouch. I mean, ouchie. Well said. Darting eyes aside, yes, they're still darting. Honore. Very well then. The Supreme Court is our empire's highest bastion of law. It exists for the sake of justice. This court now orders the trial to be resumed. Yes, please. Give me that witness. Miss Giselle Britt. Don't bow so much. Let's see what she looks like. Huh. Reminds me of a certain sprite. Greetings, oh, can you lick her boots a bit more, please? Welcome to Japan. Oh god, yeah, this certain someone reminds me a lot of a certain Ace Attorney character. Especially when the prosecution and the judge are so quick to attend to her needs. Someone fetch some red tea. A proper British greeting always starts and ends with red tea. It does? I didn't know that. Is that true? I have no idea. Ahem. Now, witness, could you please grace us with your name and occupation? Yes, sir. No, she's supposed to talk. Why is... No, her, Hosonaga, you mean well, but... or are they referring us to him? Yes, you're not... Yeah, nobody's asking you, we already know. Well, you don't have to get so... Is that true? I have no idea. And they didn't have. You said this earlier. One thing I do have confidence in is my own observational skills. Something like that. Yeah, I think I did say that. But despite that, of all the descriptions you could have given of this female, all you said was, woman. To be blunt, your vision's worse than looking through a peephole. Well, yeah, if you think about it, I mean, you could have said lady, elegant lady with a big old hat, and I have no rebuttal. Yeah, you could have been a bit more specific. Witness, your name and occupation, if you please. Yes, please. She has a swan in her hat. Ah, but of course, British language. Sig says tea is holy. Yes, but red tea specifically for greetings, that is a bit too much. And Aidu asks, is this one alive? Well, my cursive reading is a bit bad lately, but I'm pretty sure she is insulting our whole family. Yeah. Exactly. My lady, please excuse me, but what did you say? Well, if you think about it, Asogi's going to go on an exchange trip there, right? Then he should be able to speak English somewhat. Oh, Mr. Detective Man will translate, I guess. That's Latin. Why are you speaking Latin? She says her name is Giselle Brett. She has crossed the ocean to this land from London. Yes, but what's her occupation? Oh, a research exchange student, currently studying in Imperial Yume's medical program. So she might have been a medical program. She might have been a disciple of Watson then. Your English words carry such surprising blah blah. Even I, Ayuchi, cannot understand what you speak. From what I can hear, the translation provided by the detective can be trusted. Yeah, that's what I said. Azogi must be able to understand somewhat English. Oh, that's right. As expected. Yeah, that's what I said. You can't survive, especially back then, you can't survive in England without English. The English Club? Wow. Now then, noble witness, we are ever so sorry for asking you of this, but we would like for you to testify. 3 days ago, at the scene of the terrible murder at La Quantos, you were sitting at the same dining table as the late Professor. Yes. Leo is awake. Who is Leo, Sig, and why would they be awake? Best club. Indeed, join and welcome to the stream. The English club is the best club, followed by the Spanish club, of course, and then the Chinese club. Is that correct? I mean, there's no need to verify this. We already know you were there. Oh, God. This is going to take a while if we have to translate every single thing she says from cursive to English. She says yes. No, she didn't say yes and all that. Oh, I see Naruhodo is in the same page as me. This woman, this exchange student, doesn't even know our tongue? Yeah, I forgot to point that out. I pointed out that Asogi is going to go to English, so he should know English, but she has no idea of... Well, if she was under Watson's classes, then... Oh, Sig has got to go for a while. Okay. Take care. She says she had to leave the scene due to an emergency and deeply apologizes. Not gonna fly in this court, baby. She had no option but to leave due to an important appointment at the university. Yeah, right. Some cheek you have for someone who personally allowed her to escape. I was simply following the special orders issued to me by the police headquarters. Yeah, don't be too hard on poor detective, sir. I mean, he agreed to bring the witness here. He's already proven that he wants justice to be served, even though in the past he acted a bit... He only followed orders. Could you kindly take a look at this photograph? Oh yes, the gunshot wound. Aidu says, woman says 5 sentences. She said yes. Oh, welcome to the stream, Daniel. You love Ace Attorney games. Over here, everybody in the stream loves Ace Attorney games. Unless you don't, in which case you do. When the incident occurred, you were unfortunately at the scene of the crime, yes. That means you might have seen the moment of the crime with those beautiful eyes. Oh, come on. She says it was a most frightful and sad spectacle to behold. It was? Oh, she's saying she saw it. Maybe she'll try to accuse us further. Which is good, because then we'll be able to counterattack her statements by pointing out the lies. It seems that she indeed witnessed the crime unfold. Good. The defendant right there. He's the one who fired at the victim. That is her testimony of the moment of the crime. Oh boy. Joing says, if he sucks up any harder, he's going to choke. I agree. Sig has come back from the dead. Welcome back. Order. It was just as you've heard, Your Honor. Really? We have a suspect that hasn't been brought here yet, and you all... Oh, well. Proof? You're right. It seems it's been made clear. This is our true opponent. Aidu says, I love how there is no proof he is accurately translating what she said. Yeah, all we have is the detective's word and Asogi's word as well. There is no official translator there, sadly. Oh my. As much as I would rather not ask it of you, witness, please give us your testimony. Tell us what you saw with your own eyes during that frightful and sad spectacle. It's a bit odd, though, that they're allowing a witness to stand in court and she has like a mask and a hat. I mean, I think normally courts would disallow such things. But frightful and sad spectacle. Ah, yes, of course. The Juvia, yes, of course. That day I had joined Professor Watson for a rather late lunch. The professor wasn't able to eat, so I ordered a beefsteak for myself. The accused introduced himself to the professor, but they quickly started arguing. No, we didn't. Then, right before my eyes, the student took the professor's pistol and shot him. Oh, that's a pretty grave accusation. I had no firearm on my person, so it is simply impossible for me to have done the crime. But you just said you could... We didn't have one either. If we could have grabbed the gun, you could have grabbed it as easily, I guess. That does sound like a decisive... It doesn't! I had no dispute with the professor. Oh yeah, Joing points out, do remember that court proceedings are still quite new to Japan in this time frame. Yes, you are correct, I forgot that. I still have the mindset of the older Ace Attorney, well, the previous Ace Attorney games, but yeah. And here they've remarked, they've pointed out many times that this is still a new era for Japan's law system. So yeah, I guess it is understandable. Even more so in a trial where the British Empire has so much influence over it. Do not interrupt, oh boy. Your word that of a coal black eyesore against the word of this noble white flower, oh my. Who do you think will trust? Even a coal black eyesore such as yourself should know. Gah. Didn't you learn anything earlier? If you idly let yourself get pushed around by others, your situation isn't going to change. That is actually a very true message for life, I guess. It's just so frustrating. I was in the scene as well just after that. I reported to headquarters about this woman as well as the two witnesses' statements. Oh, hello, Charlie boy. My dog is now in the living room. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Oh, wait. Back to the game. It was concluded that this woman was not involved. She was then sent home. Oh, wait. Sig asks, will I be playing Pokemon after? Yes, I probably will. I'd have to restart the stream, though, because that's the way the recording, the 3DS screen capturing software works. But yeah, if I have more time, I mean, if this episode ends in about an hour or so, then yeah, I will stop the stream and restart it immediately a few minutes later with Pokemon Sun Randomizer Nuzlocke. Now, if only the two witnesses' testimonies were legitimate, Yeah, that is. In any case, this woman is wearing the same garments as she did on the day of the incident. She is. She hasn't bathed at all. As you can see, there is no place where she could have concealed a pistol. I beg to differ. I think you could hide one pistol just about anywhere, though, yeah. And so your claims are baseless as long as there is no proof that a hiding place existed. That's it. That's our killing point. We have to look at a hiding place in her dress outfit. Heck, her hat is a perfect place. This garment has no pockets. There is no place to hide a pistol. Lady, your hat. Please. That is what she says. Also, again, from last stream, a point that I said is that it's too bad that they can't make an autopsy. If they could match the bullet to the gun, it would be very obvious that it wasn't Watson's gun. Or it was, but it would be easier to proceed with the court rulings. Damn, I'd like to turn that woman upside down. What? Like a doll. Yeah. Like the typical cartoon scene when you flip them upside down. And you better not be thinking of anything violent. I can't help it, I wasn't the one who fired the gun, so there must have been another one. Yes, exactly. That woman must have concealed it somehow. That's what we need to prove. And for that to happen, we have to destroy her testimony, no matter what. Oh, that's smirk. Very well then, defense, I order a cross-examination to be carried out. Yes, Your Honor. And here we go. Cross-examination. That frightful and sad spectacle. That day I had joined Professor Watson for a rather late lunch. Pressing 2 p.m. That certainly is a late lunch, isn't it? Well, not where I'm from. It's not really a late lunch, really. Oh. Late lunches must be the latest trend in the... Oh, God. No. Don't translate that. No. That must be English for no, and delivered as sharp as a knife, no less. At present, this woman appears to be a guest of the Medical Research Laboratory. Because of this, she would frequently go out to lunch with Professor Watson. But in this case, the victim had a doctor's appointment to go to. I think there was something about that written in the court record. Yes, there was. I don't think it'll pop up in the upper screen, but I have it right here, the medical report for Watson's dental examination. He had a tooth pulled and was forbidden to consume anything other than water. That is correct. It seems that it was drawing close to 2 p.m. after the victim's procedure was finished. Yeah, we already settled that last trial. I see, that would make sense. Truly, we're dealing with a lady of the Great Britain. Oh, God. Oh, Drawing Commence. I love this game's subtler animations. Yeah. It's very pleasing visually, in fact. I like the way they carried it out. Also, the character designs and the whole aesthetics of the game. He also says they also say that is the truth of the matter. Indeed, it is. The witness came to the restaurant to eat with the victim. What happened next? The professor wasn't able to eat, so I ordered a beefsteak for myself. Pressing. Wasn't able to eat. Yeah, we already sold this. You're referring to the professor's visit to the Hada clinic, right? That is correct. Because it's common sense. Did the lady know of this fact? Ah, that would be important, yes. She heard about the tooth extraction. Ooh, that is very important. If she knew about the tooth extraction, she'd know that good old Professor Watson would have a lot of, I think it was an anesthetics on him, so he wouldn't be able to feel much. I think, I recall reading something like that. Let me check that again, actually. Details, oh. We already examined this, right? We didn't miss anything? Hada Clinic. Hada Clinic is written here on the front. I'm no good with, yeah. We already examined this. Oh dear. I got myself in the dialogue that I already read last stream. Yeah, apparently Naruhodo is scared of needles, and therefore doesn't like appointments or hospitals. Yes. I do commence Dr. Hadi equals best doctor. Hard to argue with that, I believe. So then, you did eat this beefsteak after all. Well, if you call that eating, really. That is correct. The photograph shows how the scene appeared at the time. At the time, huh? So I've come to this far eastern country as a guest only to be entangled in such an incident. Blah, 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 Naruhodo thinks doctors are evil, blah, blah. Yes, that sums it up. I will become a wrathful... What? No. Stop, Ouchie, stop. So the late professor didn't put anything in his mouth then. Well, except the water, I think. Didn't he consume? Yes, other than the carbonated water. Ooh. Was it poison? No, it was blood. He died from the gunshot wound, right? Carbonated water. Yes, it was carbonated water there. He was allowed to drink. So the two of us made a toast, she says. A toast, huh? So what do you think of that testimony? Well, we have two options here. We have it's very important or it's not very important. I think the carbonated water detail is extremely important. So we might have her added to the that baby slap is so weak. Our poor baby Ace Attorney. I think that the lady's words hold some important meaning. Oh ho ho ho, that's very interesting. What kind of meaning do they hold, pray tell? the deep stare into the abyss. And now we start darting the eyes. When the appropriate time comes, the meaning will reveal itself. See, that's how you have to play it. Play cool, like your pal over there. The defense requests, see, that's what we were aiming for. Add it to the testimony. Now then, my lady, that statement shall be added to your testimony. Is that all right? Don't ask for her permission. She didn't say anything. Yeah, you should. That phrase is very common in the Ace Attorney games, after all. No, not that one. The latter part of adding it to her testimony. Oh, God. Asogi is not impressed. Could you please put effort into learning the more important things? Edgeworth, is that you? Says I do. And yes, Asogi looks very heavily influenced by Edgeworth's design. The arms crossed, the cool style, the gaze. Now, the professor and I made a toast using carbonated water and wine glasses. Let's see if we have any evidence to support that. We have this picture, and there seems to be, a glass and a bottle with carbonated water and wine glasses. I don't know if that's carbonated water, but it must be if she says so. I would need to go through the rest of her testimony just to be sure. Business card, crime scene photo. And yes, we have the crime scene photo that they already showed. And it's the same bottle. Ah, wait. That's a lie. Look, there's only one glass and one bottle. You can't toast with just one glass. Join says that that they love Asogi's expressions. Yeah. So, they're pretty similar to Edgeworth's. That's a really nice character design. I feel like I should present this. I mean, I have lives. Yeah, the music cut off, which means that we guessed it. What's with that expression? I'd like you to confirm something. She must have just drank out of the bottle, said Joing. Yeah, but you said it was a toast. I mean, it's that specific remark that it was a toast that made it a bit weird. I mean, yeah, I'm sure you could toast with just a bottle, but her being a refined lady and everything, they would have toasted with 2 glasses. Yes, we know this. Well, I mean, if they were sailormen, they would have toasted the cups from the bottles directly. She might have drank out of the flower vase, says Aidu. I agree, that seems like a solid theory. Therefore, we are guilty. It is as you say, yes. The baby slap. You know, strange, really strange. That it is, my boy, that it is. Ouch. What exactly do you think is so strange? Oh, come on, do I have to point it out? Yeah, the toast. There's no bread. How can they make toast there without bread? The lady said she made a toast. Yes. But if that's the case, then the table should have 2 glasses. Indeed. Yes. Oh, huh. You're right. Objection. No matter how you look at it, that's just a trivial matter. There's no way that a single wine glass could have had any impact on the case. A trivial matter? Oh my. You must be joking. That's nonsense. I would never perform such a foolish act. Yeah, and he was first at the scene, at the crime scene, and he must have been also overlooking the police's actions. Okay, Naruhodo, you have to build up some arm muscle, or at least a bit more willpower. Think about it. They made a toast. Yes, you do have a point. While posing as a waiter, I brought 2 wine glasses to their table. Oh. Detective, what did the lady just say? Evidently, the one who took the wine glass was none other than Miss Giselle Brett herself. Oh yeah? Pray tell why. I had been so shocked by the events that unfolded before my very eyes that I took the wine glass and hid it away, as if it was never there to begin with, she says. Really? I mean, it would make sense. The police were trying to conceal she was there from the beginning, and she herself just didn't want to be involved there. But still, why? Sorry. Miss, sorry, don't cut it. Oh yeah, Ido says, Naru, come here, Franziska will train you. Oh god, no. If I ever was an attorney, I would... Franziska would be the last person I would want training me. You see, it was a trivial issue. No, it wasn't. What? Before this fair lady's eyes, this university student killed the British man. Oh god. So, the way the game is going, I feel like probably the wine glass is a decisive piece of evidence. Or it might just be like a stepping stone to something bigger. What? That you are condemning this frail foreign beauty's sense of playfulness. There's no space for playfulness in the court. Sadly, it's not unthinkable someone would do something like that if they were so distraught, comments Joing. Yeah, but the thing is, the game is trying to make it seem like something important. So, while normally it wouldn't be surprising for somebody to be so distressed, maybe there's something more to it. I do comments. The way she acts reminds me of Dahlia. Yep, that is what I was referencing before. Her sprite is strikingly similar, and the way she acts, the way the people act around her too, is very similar. Please don't just dismiss something like this as mere playfulness. By the way, just how exactly did the lady hide away the wine glass? That is true. I thought her dress had no space to hide things in. Oh, she's gonna say, I hid it in my sword hat. She says she took it from the scene by placing it within the small handbag she had with her. Oh, so you could conceal stuff then. Oh, so maybe yeah, it's just what Joing commented. Oh, the Joing says, of course there's more to it. This is Ace Attorney. I just said that her excuse is believable. Yeah. But like I said before, it's I was right in the second thing that I said. It's just a stepping stone to something bigger. So while the fact that she hid the glass isn't really something paramount in a normal situation, because she might have been under a lot of stress since there was a gunshot, she hid it. And she just said before, I mean, this whole testimony is that she's saying that she can't hide stuff in her dress, in her outfit. But now we discover that she can hide stuff. She has a handbag, a small fashionable bag that ladies in the Great British Empire used to hold items. With this, we've established that the lady took the wine glass from the scene. But does it really matter? Just you wait. This is just a desperate... Oh god, ouchie. Go and buy yourself a wig. There is no need for the court to hear any more irrelevant points or false accusations. Indeed, as long as we know the reason why the lady took the wine glass with her. Oh, Joing says, I feel like I should bring up that I already know the entire plot of the game. Oh, have you seen the subbed YouTube videos that were of the game before it was translated? I mean, before there was a translated patch for the game itself. Because before the fan translation patch was out, the people were already translating the game in English in YouTube. So yeah, I imagine a few people already know the plot of the game through different other sources. Yes, I have, yeah. I kind of thought so. Well, it's fine, really. I mean, I would have done so myself, but then I heard that they were doing the fan translation patch, and then I held on until they could release it. There's something about being able to play an Ace Attorney game yourself that is at least much better in my opinion. Then it has nothing to do with the incident at hand, oh god. Pain be like, I want a handbag for my fan, comments Aidu. Understood. At this rate, if we want to continue to press this topic, we first need to prove that it is an important topic worth discussing. Yeah. The crucial question here is, okay, we have three possible answers. Call attention to the glass, but as we've already established also in the chat, the glass isn't really important. Also, the game tells us outright the glass is not important. Second option, call attention to the handbag. This would be the more sensible answer, and the final one is, there is nothing of importance. This is the one Aochi or Aidu would choose, since they want to convict Naruhodo of murder. But we will go with the second one, call attention to the handbag. Please hold on a moment, the wine glass was inside the handbag. Indeed, it is nothing out of the ordinary. Oh dear. Yeah, check your notes, boy. I'm sure that Miss Brett said this earlier. This garment has no pockets. There is no place to hide a pistol. Bingo. However, if you factor in her handbag, it's anticlimactic. You take away all the fun of defense attorneying. Then wouldn't it be possible for a pistol to be hitting? Yes. Oh. Ah. As expected of my partner. You dirty little... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Careful with the language. It's simple. The defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, picked up a fallen pistol and heard a gunshot. Since he did not pull the trigger of the pistol he was holding, there must have been another gun. Think of it as the true murder weapon. Oh dear. Oh yes. Detective. What is it? And she has said that she hasn't changed her outfit. Does she have her handbag with her? Did you check the contents of the handbag? Don't slap my dog. No. Poor Charlie is melting and you slap him. Yeah, like I said, my dog is in the living room right now. No, I did not inspect them. Oh, goody. Drawing commenced. Naruhodo has not sufficiently studied the traditional art of desk slamming. Yes, it is very important in this game to know how to desk slam. I knew it. So in other words, the other gun, the real murder weapon, could have possibly been hidden within Miss Brett's handbag. Oh, the fan. Order. Detective, how do you explain this? What do you mean explain what? Yeah. Well, whatever. You did it, partner. Partner. Now we're in a western. We've torn down that lady's facade and grasped an opportunity. Yup. And it's... What is it with this guy and coughing up blood? I've seen it since last row, but I still can't connect the dots. Oh my goodness, you have no faith in the Imperial Police, I see. It's true, I did not check the contents, because there was no need to do so. What? I must thank the student attorney over there. He has reminded me of a piece of evidence I have forgotten to show to the court. What? You did? It is this photograph here. That's very convenient. I took this photograph as a precaution after the incident occurred. I see where you're going. Look at that hand. Something in there, isn't it? As you can see, Miss Britt's handbag is quite visible in this picture. It's a transparent bag, like a net bag. What? The inside of the handbag can be clearly seen. Well, even then, that would still raise some eyebrows. I mean, even though it can be clearly seen, there could be secret compartments. But oh well, yeah, let's go with that. There was only a glass in that bag. This handbag is made of string. It is the current trend of the upper class in London. The inside of the handbag can be seen. Well, if it is entirely made of string, I thought it was like a padding back there, but yeah, if it's entirely made of string, then okay. No, even if it was a hidden compartment, not big enough for a pistol. No need to inspect it, huh? After all, if there was a pistol inside, it would have stood out immediately. Oh yeah, the chat is saying, well, Joing is saying that maybe, well, I think the wiki states that Hosonaga has a lung disease. If it is coughing up blood, I would guess it could be tuberculosis. If I'm not mistaken, back then, tuberculosis was a pretty common disease. Okay, I thought because I saw him coughing up and it was such a pointed out trait, I thought it was of more importance. But yeah, now that I think of it, he could just suffer from lung disease. Ah. Therefore, the lack of a pistol would mean that Miss Giselle is innocent. They both tilted their head at the same time. That would be cute if they weren't trying to condemn us. Well, the three of them, the swan is also tilting its head, which is creepy. I express my gratitude for giving me the chance to show this evidence. Oh. No. Are they booing? Order. Detective, I order you to hand over that photograph. Yes, please. Let me rip it to shreds. I mean, as in, get the info out of it. Not literally rip it to shreds, that would be tragic. Yes, court record. I hereby conclude the cross-examination of the witness. Ah, that good old Phoenix Wright desperation pose. Despair pose. The opinion of the court is that with this photograph, all relevant evidence is at hand. I think so. As long as there isn't a problem with this photograph, that is where we come in. All that remains is to render a verdict. Oh, please no. I do ads. Even his no slam is weak. Well, give him some break. He's still a rookie fledgling attorney. In other words, there is only one conclusion. Other than the student present, there is no one else capable of committing the crime. We're dead. Now we're zombie. No. And here I thought the turnabout had finally started. But instead we got blown over before we even had a chance to start. And now, Asogi, are you also out of plans? Asogi? What? I'm sorry, Naruhodo. What? With the end of that cross-examination, it's impossible to continue the trial. What? The verdict will be... So now it's our turn to support Asogi? You put up a good fight for a know-nothing student, I'll give you that. However, putting up a fight in the face of a fair judgment is futile. Reflect on that fact to your heart's content from the comfort of your cell. Please no. Will this be the final verdict? I'll be guilty of a crime I never committed? Yes, you will, son. Oh, now that's a gaze I can agree on. What is it? Yes. Are we really out of options? No, you're not, fool. As long as there are no problems with that detective's photograph. Oh, come on, you're basically telling me that there's a problem with that photograph. Yes. Very well then, the court shall now proceed to hand down its judgment. I will now announce the verdict. Please stop, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Oh, there it is. That's the one. I like that you can easily see Naruhodo's character development in his mannerisms. Yeah, that is a nice touch, actually. Naruhodo, I don't think you should pass the verdict just yet. What are you rambling on about now, you amateur? When the trial is over and a conclusion is reached... Oh, come on. The judge said this just now. Yes, we know. We've heard that phrase like 3 times now. Therefore, in the event that there is a huge problem with this evidence, the trial cannot conclude here. The good old last resort Naruhodo bluff that you also see Ryuichi do. Oh, because they said this and it's my last option, I'm out of any other options, it must be the one, and he ends up like lucking out. This photograph only shows the handbag, I beg to differ. We're what? I understand the defense's assertions. We have not inspected the photograph. Yes, you haven't. I mean, you just glanced at it. I cannot think of any clue that could be gleaned from the contents of this handbag. As if there ever was one. I'm getting fed up with this student's wild claims born out of confusion and anguish. This is definitely not confusion and anguish, I'll have you know. Well, then say it in loud, then. Yes. Oh, believe me, something does stand out. The defense shall be granted one final opportunity. Come again? This trial may or may not end immediately, depending on what you have to say. Oh, be careful what you do with that mace there, Your Honor. I mean, hammer. Understood. Join commence. A lot of victories for attorneys come down to luck and coincidence. Well, at least in the Ace Attorney universe it does. They all are turnabouts that are born out of luck, chance, and pretty much bluffing, really. Yes, Your Honor. I believe in Ace Attorney 6, they point that out a lot. In the photograph submitted as evidence by the detective, please proceed to point out the significant problem in this photograph. Oh, come on, we have to point it out. Oh, it doesn't change the... I believe this is the one. I mean, I don't see any other things here that could be contradictory. I mean, there's a symbol in his hand. Oh, it wasn't? Yeah, please take a look right here. On the victim's wrist, there's a mysterious scar. Indeed. It looks like a burn. I was wondering what you might say, and then you blurt out that the victim's wrist was burnt? That has absolutely nothing to do, does it? That is indeed a scar from a burn. It is. I mean, from my perspective, it could also be a tattoo. I mean, they're jumping the gun with the burn thing? Could you elaborate, detective? Oh yes, please do. The police had noticed the burn as well during the inspection of the corpse. Yeah, they did inspect it. No autopsy, but inspection, they did. Since it had nothing to do with the cause of death, it was left out of the records. That would only be fair. The time when the victim suffered that burn is completely unknown to us in the first place. So to reach a clear conclusion would have been impossible. I think that looks like a tattoo, unless it was like a burn from a bar, an iron bar that had that same shape. The more I look at this, the more it seems there is something strange about this scar. Like when they brand cows, you know, they... I don't know. It is as Prosecutor Ochi says. No, is there a connection? Unfortunately, Your Honor, the time is quickly approaching for her to dine with the heads of the university. Oh, please. If it is alright, the witness would like to kindly request that she be allowed to leave. Nay, I say. No. No. What do you mean? Are you saying that this burn mark is related to the incident somehow? Have we seen that shape before? I mean, the way I see it, it looks like a bull's head. Yeah, it does look like a bull's head, you know, the face and the horns. That's what I see, at least. It doesn't have the shape of, say, a school badge, or anything else that I can see immediately here. To tell you the truth, I don't really understand it myself. If all we do is stand idly by, then everything will be over. Yeah, that's pretty much. He's just doing a last chance bluff. Yep. We need to show evidence, but I don't seem to have any evidence that would... Do I? Oh my, I think I'll have to dive back in again. The proof that links the burn mark is... Yes. I had overlooked this mysterious burn mark. However, the moment you pointed it out in the photograph, I did not overlook the lady's change of expression. Wait, so we don't have to check out the evidence... Oh, right, we have profiles too, I think. Well, people. They call it people here, but I would call them profiles. I'm checking the profiles for a bit to see if there's anything of remark. No. Not that I can see. Wait, didn't the old man... Wait, there's some hair on my screen. Didn't the old man in the last stream said he had lost a coin or something?